welcome to some Kettlebell Flow class today. And yet again, I'm going to be trying something new. So today I've set up 2 cameras because I feel like when I do the flow, you want to see the whole body, but for the warm-ups, it's nice to see a little bit closer up. So let me know if this is a better format. I hope you can enjoy bearing with me as I experiment with things. Always trying to make it better. So hopefully this is an improvement. And if it's not, let me know. Or if you like it, let me know. I'm always curious to get the feedback. I'm just making it, but you guys consuming it, that's who I really, doing it for you. So let's come on down to the ground. We're gonna lay down on that belly. Start with a big stretch. And then let's bring those hands back. And we're gonna have our hands by our shoulders, tucking our elbows in. Exhale, press. And we're doing nice, easy up and down here. And deep press. Keep your butt wiggly. And just work that lower back. Let it relax through the legs. Last 3. 2 more. And 1 last press. Come on down, take another stretch. I'm just going to fix. Sorry, my music is a little off. Let me get that back in check. There we go. Much better, much better. Alright, sorry about the hype music coming in. So you can take those elbows up into the front now. We're going to do some hip cars down on the ground. We do these quadruped, but we're going to do up to the side. Keep your foot on the ground. Bring your foot up into flexion, or your knee up into flexion here rather. Just high enough that you're able to keep your hips and your back neutral. We don't want to twist our torso. Then we're gonna rotate our foot up so it's over the knee. So if you're having trouble getting that alignment, try bringing your knee a little bit closer down and you might be able to rotate a little bit more. Once we've rotated that foot all the way up over the knee, we're gonna lift up the hip and then push back into extension, or you can lower down the foot again. And so legs are straight. And then again, up to the side, slide that knee up. Rotate the foot up over the knee, push up, glide back, down, and rest. Let's do 2 more. Foot down, pull up, rotate. See, I can't get my foot there, so I'm gonna bring it down, lift up, and in. Last one, foot down, up to the side, rotate that foot, lift, and back. Let's switch sides now. Crawling the knee up, foot on the ground, rotate, press, and come back. And notice how neutral my core is staying. I'm not rolling to the side to accommodate my movement. I want to stay belly flat. Let's do 2 more. Rotate up, glide back. Rotate, press, and 1 more. Rotate, press. Now with both relaxed, you can either pull your hands back or leave them up in front. We're going to kick up that leg, press up, and roll over for our scorpion roll. Stretch that lower leg out, point the toe as you roll, and slowly come back. We want to touch down hip, then knee, and then foot. We'll switch sides and do 10. Nice, slow, controlled roll back. 3. And 4. 5. Halfway. more rolls. You don't have to go fast. Think about moving fluid, slow liquid pouring, nothing jerky, just a nice natural roll. Last 3. 2. 1 more roll. Excellent. Laying down our legs straight. Your arms were in front, elbows were in front. We're going to pull it back. Elbows underneath our shoulders here. You're going to reach your arm forward, thumb up, and then reach back towards your feet. And we'll switch sides. Reach forward and back. Do 10 of these as well. Reaching for 3 and back. And 2 and back. That's 5 and 6. 7, reaching forward and back, and 8, forward and back. 1 more each side, forward, back, forward, and back. Excellent. Let's bring our hands back now under our shoulders. Squeeze those elbows in, push your knees and toes into the ground, push back, into a nice little stretch, coming up into quadruped. We can rearrange, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. We're going to take it into a cat-cow. Inhale, push the hands and knees away from each other, stretching the back, tucking the head and the tailbone. Exhale, drop in, tailbone up, squeeze the shoulders together, stretch the belly. Let's do another 2. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. And try to keep our hips over our knees and our shoulders over our hands. So we're going to be rocking forward back. Last inhale, cat. And exhale. Push back into a kneeling position, so as far as we can get, so we have our hips nice and flexed. You're going to bring your hands together in front of you and inhale, reach and recline, thumb up. Do 10 of these as well. Reach and hands to the center. Turn and look with that hand. And 4, 5, 6, 8. Last one each side. And 1 more. All right, let's come on up now. Standing. We're going to get a little bit more warmed up and through our legs. Let's see. Let's switch cameras just yet, but we'll go a little higher up. Take those legs nice and wide. We're going to reach side to side, Cossack. Reaching to that inner ankle. Stretch that inner thigh there. Get all your weight centered over this foot and center. Reach, stretch, and center. 3 and 4. We're going to be doing 20, so we get 10 stretches each leg. 5 and 6. 7 and 8 5, 4, and 3, and that's 1. Stay in this nice straddle. We're going to take it down low. Take those hands down. Take it into a nice low squat. Open up those hips. And again, we're going to reach up to the ceiling. Nice rotation. Put the hands in the middle. Just like before, taking 10 reaches. 4, 5, and last 5, 4, 3, and 2. Turn and look. Last one. And in. You can raise those hips up, hands on the ground. Nice stretch through the back of the hamstrings. And let's roll it up. Tuck the tailbone. All the way up. Stay wide. You're going to turn those toes out. Let's take it into a squat. And turn those toes in. Squat. Now, heels in. Take it a little bit narrow so toes are out. And squat. Toes in. And squat. Keep going. Heels in. And squat. Toes straight. And squat. Heels together. And squat. Feet together. And squat. Nice, nice. Shake it out. Let's get a sip of water and let's get our kettlebell for our first round. All right. So first one, we're going to get some stability work in. We're going to take it from a half kneeling, holding our kettlebell goblet style. So either by the horns or the ball up in front of the chest. So we've got our half kneeling position. I'm going to take it up, keeping my hips low into a squat, and then reverse, coming back down on the other side. And then again, coming up, squat, reverse, back to half kneeling. All right, we've got this one first for a 45-second interval, and we're gonna follow it up with some half kneeling windmill work. So I'm gonna switch my cameras, and we'll get started. Check that out. All right, so starting with 45 seconds on the clock, begin in your half kneeling position, and let's get those kettlebells up. Goblet style, come up, hips low into your squat, and back down, and switch. Squat, and down. We're holding that low power and stability, boom, in our hips. Keep your shoulders low. Keep the tension in your quads, your glutes, and your core. We want to keep our shoulders loose. Last 10 seconds. And rest. Now, from our half kneeling position, we're going to be doing 4 windmills each side. So we're going to take that kettlebell loaded up in our front rack first, then overhead. Let's put that knee forward on our kettlebell side. We're going to reach down, slide your hips over to the floor, and exhale, press it on up. That's 3. We got 3 to go. 2. 1 more. We're going to bring it down, switch sides, and I just realized, bam, there you go. I didn't cut. Switch your sides on your kettlebell. Rack it up first, press it overhead, and slide those hips over, touch down, and up. 6 over here as well. 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6, and up. Now, get to take a real rest before we go through 2 more times with that little squat deal, up and down, and then follow it up with our windmill. Enjoy the next 20 seconds to recover. So let me know what you think about dual camera life. Just something new. Hopefully, this is a little bit easier to see the warm-ups. All right, let's get started. Load it up, goblet style. Half kneeling, take it up into a squat, hold, and down. And reverse, boom. First 15 down, 30 to go. Halfway there. Last 15 seconds. And last 5, 4, 3, and rest. Take it into that front rack first. Press overhead. Get ready to shift those hips all the way to the side. Nice straight core. 2 and 3. Last 3. 2 and 1. Bring it down, switch those sides. Press overhead, shift the hips, and up. That's 3, last 3, 2, and 1. Kettlebells down and rest. I know you're ready. For that last set, you got 15 seconds and 10. All right, kettlebells up, goblet, half kneeling position, ready. Squat, hold, and down. First third out of the way. Halfway. And last 10 seconds. Relax those shoulders. And come on down. Half kneeling. Let's get those last 6 windmills. 2, 3, and 4. 5, last one. Bring it down and switch, final 6. Nice shift and press. 2 and 3. 4, 5, and last one. All right, Kettlebells down, we're gonna rest. We're gonna do a different kind of get up. So usually we get up, we stand up in a lunge. I'm gonna take off my socks while I say this. Today, we're gonna do a get up, which we've done before, which is into a squat. Now, if you're finding that this variation is not feeling so hot, go ahead, go back to the previous get up. So I'll show each one, just go over the difference between the two. First get up, of course, the traditional Turkish get up, where we roll to the side from the elbow up onto our tall seated position, lifting up our hips, and here's where it's going to branch off. For our usual get up, we're going to place the knee from our half kneeling position, stand up. Now what we're going to try and do today to work on that, make it a little bit more complicated. We did some odd lifts last week with the program. This will be kind of a build on that. Is we're going to do, instead of coming from our tall sit, hip up into knee, you're going to pull that foot all the way under, organize in a squat, and stand up from that squat. Reverse, squat down, hand down, take it through. All right, so we're gonna practice this get up variation. We're just gonna do 4 on each side, work through that, and then we're gonna work it into a flow with some other elements as well. So let's take it from the bottom here, load up your kettlebell overhead. Make sure your thumb is pointing behind you and not in towards your chest. You want palms in, nice external rotation. Let that shoulder sit back into the socket. We're gonna push through our foot, tighten our core, roll to the side, press that kettlebell up. We're now on our elbow on our side. We're gonna push through our hand and elbow and use our core to sit up tall. Push through your hand and your foot, lift your hips really high up, nice and high, so you get that foot all the way underneath behind your hand. Settle into your squat and stand up. Now from your squat, come back down, hand towards the ground. Once we plant that hand and secure, we're gonna kick our leg through, sitting our hip down nice and soft. We're in our tall seated position. Slide it out to the elbow and roll back to 1. So, ready for 3 more? We're gonna roll, punch that kettlebell up into our tall sit, lift the hips, slide that foot all the way under. Arrange and stand. And reverse. Back down to the side with that hip to the floor. Elbow and back. Last 2, let's go. Roll, punch the kettlebell up. Tall seated position, lift those hips, bring the foot around and under and up. Back down, plant the hand, kick through, settle the hip. Slide to the elbow and down. Last one, roll to the side, pressing up, lift the hips, and up. Final reverse down, kick it through, hips down, slide it out, elbow into the floor. Bring that kettlebell down. We're gonna switch sides now. So when we switch our kettlebell, we're also going to switch our leg. Same process, roll to the side, elbow, and press. Lift the hips, let's pull that leg all the way under for a squat. Reverse, plant the hand, kick that leg through, tall sit, to our elbow, and 2, up, leg, squat and stand. Back down, keep those wrists straight on your kettlebell. Number 3, lift, pull through. And 1 more. Last one, punch it up. Lift the hips. Slide the leg. And reverse. All right. Kettlebells down. Hopefully that felt pretty good. Let's have a sip of water. Sip of water. And we'll get into the other moving part here. So before we get into the final form of the flow, we'll just do a refresher on our around the world, which I know is pretty simple, but we're just gonna pattern them in, and then we're gonna put all these pieces together in a nice flow. So, from in front, we're gonna take those hands around. You wanna touch your hands together, make sure you feel the kettlebell. We're gonna go around, boom, boom. We're gonna practice threes, so you're gonna pass 1, 2. On your third pass, pivot your hips, so your hips turn with the kettlebell, right? Kettlebell moving and hips not moving, kettlebell moving with the hips, right? A little extra twisty. We're then gonna take that second hand, smack that kettlebell, send it back for another 1, 2, and then on 3, again, pivot, smack back. I'll set a timer. We're gonna do a minute, of back and forth here with that around the world. Just 2 times, just to get that ingrained, or 1, 2, 3, and switch. Ready? Let's begin. Pass in front and behind for 1, 2, the third one here, we're gonna pivot, smack, and back. 2 and 3. 2 and 3. And pass for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3. And 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Pass for 1, 2, 3, and pass for 1, 2, 3. Last 5, 4, and go ahead, bring it down to rest. Take 30 seconds off, and then we're gonna do another round of that around the world, and then we're gonna put it together with some flow. About 10 seconds left of that rest. Not this top, sorry. 1 minute. Here we go. Ready for our pass. 1, 2, 3. Missed my pivot actually. And back for passing 1, 2, and 3. Pivot. Good. 1, 2, and 3, and pass for 1, 2, 3. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. Halfway. Last 30. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Whoop, almost missed my bell. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And go ahead, bring it down into the middle to rest. All right, this flow is going to involve both that Turkish getup and the around the world. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3 around the world. And instead of smacking, we're gonna bring it to the middle and clean it up. From there, overhead press, and we're gonna incorporate that windmill by going into a full windmill from standing. After that, we stand up, and we're gonna go to our squat. Boom, plant the hands, drop the butt down, kick that leg through. And then we're gonna come right back up. Squat and up. Bring it down and around the world to switch for 3. Then right, center, clean, press, windmill, Turkish get up squat. Sounds like a lot, don't worry. We're gonna do it together. I'll call out the whole first minute. We have 4 rounds, so we have time to get accustomed to this. And remember, we just practiced all these bits and pieces, so it's in there already, patterned in. We've just gotta put the steps together to this dance. So let's start from the top, around the world. So you're gonna pass for 1, 2, now in the middle, and clean on 3. Press up overhead. You're gonna turn this foot out this time for the windmill. Shift the hips to the side, just like in your kneeling, and up. Now, we're gonna bring it down to a squat, so drop your butt and reach to the floor. Kick that leg through to your tall sit, and then we're gonna come back. Butt up, kick it through to your squat, and stand. We're gonna bring it down, and then go around for 1, and 2, and 3. Clean it up, and press. Turn out that leg, shift the hips, drop into your windmill. We're gonna bring it up. Now drop the butt, squat, and kick it through. Bring that foot back, and up. Excellent, right? That was enough to cover 1 time each side in our minute while we just talked it through. For our second one, let's try and go a little bit smoother so we can fit in an extra round. And if you can't, that's fine. And if you want to do your get up where you're coming back half kneeling to your seated position and back up, just like for the previous get up squat. I did not mention that at the beginning, I'm sorry, but you can also do that variation. It will be just as great. So, take another 15 seconds and we'll go through that flow again. This time I'm just going to call out like the first side. We'll just call out the names to it. So we'll start around the world. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, clean, press, and windmill. Squat and kick. And reverse, squat to stand. Bring it down, and we're gonna pass for 1, 2, and on 3, clean, press, windmill, and drop. Excellent. Bring it down, and 1, 2, 3, clean, press, windmill, up, drop, and through. One more time, we got it, 10 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna finish my windmill and rest. Excellent. Remember, your pace is the perfect pace for you, so don't worry if you're still just getting one side in each round. That's still plenty of good mobility work there with this complicated flow. So congrats to you for doing this flow. This is not something somebody does on their first day in the gym at all. All right, ready for our round 3? I'm gonna call out very minimally. We'll just focus on moving with our kettlebell. Let's go around. And 2, and 3, clean, up, press, and windmill. Drop, and kick through. And flow. Don't forget to do 1, and 2, and 3. So you switch sides. If you do 4, you'll end up doing the same side. Go ahead, rest that kettlebell, 30 seconds. One last round. How's it feeling with that flow? Maybe more natural, maybe still complex. Try playing with it. Try like breaking down those pieces and seeing if you can put them together again after class. Try doing first just a little around the world and clean, and then clean windmill, and then windmill squat, and then try doing clean windmill squat. Put the puzzle pieces together. Last round, I won't call out, we're just gonna move, and let's go around. That's our bell. Go ahead, bring that kettlebell down and to the side, and we'll make our cool down process. Take a nice big reach up, some big generous arm circles, and then finally let's goalpost the arms. Squeeze your butt, bring those feet together, and reach back. Exhale, rolling down to the floor, and let those shoulders hang before we walk it out into a plank, and push back into a downward dog, walking out our heels. Let's come up onto those tippy toes, and one at a time, stretch the foot by curling the toes under. And the other side. Nice top of the foot stretch. Let's take one leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Keep our hips level, and then step our leg forward in between our hands up at the top of the mat, opening up into a big rotation. Nice deep breath. We're gonna look up at the ceiling. Bring that hand down. We're going to tent the fingers, push back through the hips. Nice straight legs, straight hips. Stretching out those hamstrings. And rock it forward. Send that leg all the way up and back and open into a wild thing. Bring that hip down, return to your downward dog, walk out those heels. And let's take the other leg up, three-legged dog, level hips. And bring that knee forward in between the hands at the top of the mat, opening up. Look up at the ceiling. And bring that hand down, tent the fingers, and push back through that front leg. Keep our hips nice and straight. And bend that front leg. Plant those hands, send it up and back. Three-legged dog into that wild thing. And bring that foot in. onto the tippy toes, curl those feet under, rock it down to the knees. Push back into child's pose, reaching your arms forward. And we can push back, lifting up our spine. Take a cat-cow here in our kneeling position, tucking our head, push through the shoulders. And exhale, squeeze the shoulders, push the chest through. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Give it a nice shoulder roll. You can give yourself a pat on the back. Thanks for showing up on the mat today. Good quad work, some complicated hip work. If you struggled with any of the bits and pieces, let me know because I would love to help you out. Never feel like you are bothering me by reaching out. I want to help you accomplish what you want to do. So if this is something that was, felt a little like, something could be polished up, I am happy to help you do the polishing, my friends. So have a lovely rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you later today for a restorative flow. And then I'll see you on Thursday for some kettlebell strength. So enjoy the other class recordings for this week, and I will see you next time.